Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm starting off with a partial face done because I'm going to be doing a requested eye look. I'm going to do eyes, cheeks, and lips, and this look was sent to me by Molly, and I'll pop it up here on the screen. She loved this look and it was using a couple of limited edition MAC products. So she said, I would love to see you recreate this look. So I went through my collection. I've tried this look a couple times using different palettes, and I think I've decided I'm going to use the Emily Edit palette because I think we can get the closest with this. I do have a few MAC shadows, but not quite the right tones, and I wanted to choose a palette that is actually available. So we're gonna go into this palette today and recreate this look. So let's get to it. I already applied the CoverGirl Lid Lockup Primer, and now I'm going to go into this palette. Let me see, I'll hold it upside down so I don't blind you with the mirror. I'm gonna go in with the cream shade right here called The Cream on the E50 from Sigma. Okay, so my interpretation of this picture might be totally off, but what I am seeing is kind of a mid-tone, kind of coral color, but with a hint of some brown in there. So I'm gonna use a little bit of Laugh, Cry, and Prayer, and I'm taking that on an M504 from Morphe. And I'm just going to start working this through the crease real lightly, and then we're gonna build up. So I think the crease color that they used in the inspiration picture is actually a shimmer, but I like to use kind of more of a matte shade through the crease. And in looking at swatches though, I think that this is the base color of what I'm seeing online at least. So just continuing to build up using a combination of those two shades. I don't think I've ever used those two shades combined, but I actually really like it. Okay, and then I'm gonna go down to a slightly smaller brush. This is the M433, and just a little bit more of those two colors. Because there's not a lot of darkness, there's just a couple colors in this look, so it's relatively easy. But we're going to use the brushes to help intensify this outer corner just a little bit more. So a denser brush is going to bring out the pigment a little more in that shade. Okay, so now for the lid color. I think I've finally gotten close. The trick with the inspiration picture, you'll notice there is quite a bit of kind of some brightness right on the mobile part of the lid, which is right front and center. And as the light catches it, it just kind of changes a little bit, but there's some pink. So that has been a challenge to recreate, but I think we did it. So how did we get here? So I'm gonna start first with the shade right here called Pizzazz. And this is kind of a warm plum shade. It has shimmer. I'm gonna apply that with my finger. Then I'm going to go over the top of it with Eve Rose, which is kind of this interesting golden lilac color. It does have, it's a duochrome. I'm going to layer that 3 times or so. Then for that pop in the center, I'm going to take my E60 from Sigma and go into Oh Heavens. And this is kind of a champagne gold color a little bit. And I'm going to wet my brush with some setting spray. And I'm going to now just tap that in the center of the lid. And then I'm going to add just a tiny bit more of that pizzazz here, the outer corner, and then just use my M433, no extra product, just kind of brush over the edge of those shimmery shades. Now this look, I think she's definitely got false eyelashes on, but no real liner showing. So we're gonna do a little tight lining. So I'm using the IT Cosmetics No Tug liner in black, and I'm going to just tight line my upper lash line. And if you don't wanna do this, you can go on the outer edge and just smudge it into the upper part of your lashes. But if you can just focus on looking forward into the mirror and not think about this pencil going towards your eye and hold it off to the side, it'll be a lot less scary. And just drag it out through your lashes. Now the inspiration picture definitely has a shimmery color on her waterline. I have difficulty using a shimmery eyeliner in my waterline, so I'm going to go in first with this NYX Faux Whites, and this is the shade Linen. It's just a real pale pink color, so I'm going to use this here, and then we're going to use some shadow below the lash line, and I think it will kind of fake or mimic that same look. And then I'm going to take this right under the lash line and use this as a base for our shadows. So this, we're going to use some of these lighter shades, and it's going to help bring those shades out, but also help them stay under the lash line, because if you just go in with shadow, I have difficulty with that staying put. So we're going to use this as a base first. Okay, so now I'm going to use the same colors we used in the crease. So I'm going to use Laugh, Cry, and Prayer on this pencil brush, the smudge brush from e.l.f. And I'm going to first, and I'm going to go pretty low. I can clean up this when I'm done, but I kind of want to make sure I have a nice bit of that so we can see it after we apply our concealer and everything. So I know this looks a little scary. Don't worry, it'll all come together. But one more step, and I'm going to use the M432 from Morphe, and now I'm going to do the combination that we have on our lid, or try to do something close. So we're going to start with Pizzazz, Eve Rose, and then I'll touch in a little bit of Oh Heavens. So Pizzazz and Eve Rose, I'm just going to go ahead and mix those together, and I think I'm actually going to wet my brush here so we can get a little more pigment. And then I'm going to go in with Eve or Oh Heavens and do that right in the center. And I'm going to take my E47 with a little more Laugh, Cry, and Prayer and just go right under the edge of that. Okay, and then what I did over here is I just wanted to add a tiny bit more definition right at the outer part of the upper lash line. So I'm taking the EB21 from Sedona Lace and this one right here, which is Pi Phi. It's a real dark plum shade, and I'm just barely tapping this right into the lashes, and we're just going to do this. So I'm taking it from the part, kind of the midpoint of my lash line outward, just to kind of fill that space in, and it's just going to add a little bit of a lift there in the outer corner. But it's not really going to show much once we get our mascara on. But just going to give the illusion of a little bit of a lift there. And then one more time with the M433. And I'll just add a little more Laugh, Cry, and Prayer. Right there in that outer corner. Okay, now I'm going to clean up under the eyes, and then I'm going to curl my lashes, apply mascara, and I'll be back for lips and cheeks. For inner corner highlight, the inspiration picture has a very gold kind of sparkly shade, and that's the second shade they used in the look. So I'm going to combine this and Oh Heavens, and this one is Top Story, and I'm going to use a small brush. This is the Morphe M326. I'm going to go in first with Top Story, which is the shimmery gold, and this is a little dark, but hang with me here. I'm going to use this kind of as a base, and then we're going to go over the top of it with Oh Heavens. So I'm going to just switch the brush to the other side and apply that over the top and kind of create this kind of gold inner corner highlight. Add a little more Oh Heavens. So we do want that bright, but we still want that gold kind of to come through. For cheeks, I did add a little bit of contour, but the blush shade is pretty close to a bronzer color. So I'm going to go in with this one. This is Bare Minerals Gen Nude. This is Beige for Days. And on my Morphe E4, I am going to apply this. I'm going to apply it a little lower on the cheeks and just kind of shape my cheeks a little bit. I'm not going to go so much on the apple of the cheek, but sweeping this upward. And then because I want just a hint more of a bronzy glow before adding highlighter, I'm going to go in to, this is the Sugar Peach palette, and I'm going to use Peach Honey on that same brush and just keep this more to the back of the cheeks. But you can see it just adds a little more warmth and not quite so much peachiness. I like the peachy look, but our inspiration picture is a little more of a bronzed cheek, so we're going to go with that. For highlighter, I'm going to use MAC's Soft and Gentle on the MAC 140 fan brush. So for the final stage, I'm just adding a little bit of MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre around the edge of my lips. And I am using today just a flat brush. I don't even know, this is the Luxie 245. And just placing that right around the edge of the lips. Now, when I was trying to come up with this perfect lip color, I decided I needed to use two different lip liners to kind of get the right mix. So first I'm going to start off with this one. This is from Lime Crime, and this is the color Minx. So this has a little more depth to it. But now we need to add more warmth back in, and so I'm going to go in with MAC Spice Lip Pencil. And then finally add lipstick, and this is an oldie but a goodie from MAC. This is their lipstick in gel, and you'll see how much gold there is in that. Okay, here is our finished look. And now I will pop back up on the screen here our inspiration picture. What do you think? You think we did it? I think I came pretty close. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that. This is just a fun, kind of borderline spring look, but not quite there. So it goes good still with our sweaters, but I really like it. It looks light and fresh, just has kind of some of those warm bronzy tones though on the cheeks. So it's kind of giving that hint of spring. Thank you, Molly, for tasking me with recreating this look. I really enjoyed it, and I hope that you liked how this look came together. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.